CPB Shutdown, the end of federal funding for public broadcasting. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, CPB, has made a shocking announcement. It will cease operations by September 30, 2025, following the loss of all federal funding. This decision was revealed by CPB President and CEO Patricia DeStacey Harrison, who highlighted the dire circumstances resulting from President Trump's recent legislation that rescinded $1.1 billion in public broadcasting funds through the fiscal year 2027. This announcement comes on the heels of a contentious vote last month, which largely fell along party lines, approving significant cuts to public broadcasting as part of a broader $9 billion rescission package requested by the White House. This package also included reductions in foreign aid. Despite the hopes of public media advocates that Congress might restore some funding in the upcoming budget year, the Senate Appropriations Committee chose not to do so. In a heartfelt statement, Harrison expressed the disappointment felt by many, despite the extraordinary efforts of millions of Americans who called, wrote, and petitioned Congress to preserve federal funding for CPB. We now face the difficult reality of closing our operations. CPB remains committed to fulfilling responsibilities and supporting our partners through this transition with transparency and care. Harrison emphasized the vital role public media plays in American society, stating, "Public media has been one of the most trusted institutions in American life, providing educational opportunities, emergency alerts, civil discourse, and cultural connections to every corner of the country." As a result of this funding cut, CPB has informed its employees that most staff positions will be eliminated by the end of the fiscal year. A small team will remain until January to manage compliance, fiscal distributions, and long-term financial obligations, including ensuring continuity for music rights and royalties essential to the public media system. This marks a historic moment, as it is the first time in nearly 6 decades that Congress has opted not to fund CPB. Established to channel federal funds to public media stations across the nation, CPB has been crucial for programming and emergency alert systems. The news has sent shockwaves through the public media landscape. Tim Bruno, the general manager of Radio Catskill, an NPR affiliate in New York, expressed his disbelief. "I didn't really see a day where this separate institution, which is set up to serve the public, would be shut down. I don't know what stage of grief I'm in right now." In anticipation of these funding cuts, some stations had already begun laying off staff earlier this summer. For instance, WQED, which operates a TV station and classical radio station in Pittsburgh, announced plans to reduce its workforce by 35%. Conversely, some organizations like Nashville Public Media and Louisville Public Media have reported a surge in donations as a response to the cuts. The Trump administration and its supporters in Congress have criticized public media, particularly NPR, claiming it is biased against conservatives and a misuse of taxpayer dollars. However, both NPR and PBS have denied these allegations. While NPR, known for programs like Morning Edition and All Things Considered, relies on federal funds for only a small fraction of its budget, its approximately 1,000 member stations depend significantly on CPB for their operating revenue. This is especially true for stations in rural and economically disadvantaged areas. PBS, which airs programs like PBS NewsHour and children's shows such as Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, receives about 15% of its revenue from federal funding. NPR President and CEO Catherine Mayer warned that the repercussions of CPB's closure will be felt across all public media organizations and, more importantly, in every community that relies on public broadcasting. She stated that NPR would take proactive measures to support local, nonprofit public radio stations and local journalism nationwide, pledging $8 million from its budget to assist stations in crisis. Despite the political controversies surrounding public media, a recent Harris poll revealed that a significant majority of Americans, 66%, support federal funding for public radio, with similar sentiments expressed by 58% of Republicans and 77% of Democrats. This poll surveyed 2,089 U.S. citizens. adults and has a margin of error of 2.5 percentage points. In conclusion, the future of public broadcasting hangs in the balance, and the community is left to ponder. What does this mean for the future of public media in America? Will the voices of the public be heard, or will this be the end of an era for trusted news and cultural programming? We invite you to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. PBS Appalachia and Blue Ridge PBS, surviving federal funding cuts. In a surprising turn of events, PBS Appalachia and Blue Ridge PBS have declared they will remain operational despite significant federal funding reductions. This announcement, made on August 1st via a Facebook post by PBS Appalachia Virginia, comes amidst a broader backdrop of financial challenges for public broadcasting. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting itself is facing a shutdown after Congress withdrew its funding, a move spearheaded by former President Trump. This decision,